Welcome back to another episode of Todo Tranquilo. Man, today's gonna be a good episode. I'm sitting already with Javi Rodriguez.
Que lo que?
Man,
Todo
dude,
tranqui.
finally you're here, dude.
Yeah, literally.
Honestly,
it took a while.
It took a while. It took a while. Like literally, it did take a while.
It did take a while.
But you know, we lined it up. You're here. We got a couple drinks in us already.
Brother.
It could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing. We don't know, honestly.
We're going to find out.
We're going to find I'm going to put the watch on, make sure I timed everything. But man, how do you feel right now? Because we had a couple drinks in us already.
I need another shot.
Otro shot. Dios mío. Es que es viernes y el cuerpo lo sabe.
Exactly. I'm feeling good, though. I'm feeling good.
Dude,
Sure.
well, that's what I like to do. Like whenever, like I said, it was our first time meeting in person. We've talked on social media like a lot. Mm-hmm. You know, I always show support, especially when it's like music I fuck with. Especially if it's good music, I definitely fuck with it. So it's just been a long time coming. I make sure, you know, I was like, I want him to come on, but I want you to have like, las vibras.
Yeah, for sure, man.
But yeah, if you want,
I'm down.
we can start with a shot.
Let's do it. Todo Tranquilo podcast, you feel me?
Un poco ASMR.
That's what we're good.
All right.
We'll do it again. Hey, bro. That's what go. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. The vibes are here, man. The vibes are here. I think everybody in the room can feel it.
For sure.
I kind of poured you a little. Is that fine?
You can like put a little.
Get his
more.
mouth?
Yeah, you can put a. Nah, I think we're good. But cheers.
Cheers
Todo
to
tranqui.
y todo en su tiempo. Because
Exactly.
that's how that happened.
Todo a su tiempo.
Todo a su
todo
tiempo.
tranquilo.
I will say that's smoother. Yeah. That's smooth than most tequila. Mm-hmm. And I'm not a tequila guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, Javi Rodriguez.
Yes, sir.
So, before we get into anything, I definitely known you from around the way, from a while ago. Tequila Takedown. Tequila Takedown. The thing is, like, I'm already an old guy. When I think about Tequila Takedown, I'm like, damn, los años ya se me están viniendo.
Bro, you're telling me as soon as you said that, I was like, oh my gosh.
Dude, how did, when you did Tequila Takedown, the one thing I gravitated towards, kid, like, I knew what kind of person you were, is that you kind of did it for fundraising purposes.
Yeah, that was what it was supposed to be from the beginning. It was supposed to be like a big fundraiser, and it just turned into Project X.
Project X. Listen, that's how it happens, man. But like, when you first thought about doing something like this, how did it even come about? Like, because like you don't wake up one morning and like,
I did.
Oh, you did?
I promise you, I did. Actually, it was more like influence from a couple different events that I had gone to. And then from there, I was just like, you know what? Like, what if I just combined everything that I'm going to and then just put it in one thing, and then it just goes from there. And that's literally what happened. You know what I mean? From the time that I started with my brand that I was doing prior to Tequila Takedown, like a couple months before, we did like built a bathroom in El Salvador. We did like sent like school supplies and backpacks to El Salvador. And that's what I feel like people gravitated to that a lot, because it was like, people were going out and partying, especially at that age, like 21, like ready to go out, ready to drink, ready to have a good time. But it was like, oh shit, we're going out and we're selling Dollar Tree, like $5 notebooks and stuff to El Salvador. When they would see that on social media, it was like, wow, like I'm a part of something. So it became like a community, you know what I mean? And I was blessed to have the opportunity and to do that. And it was super dope. Super fun.
I could definitely assume like it's a little bit more rewarding. Like, no solo estoy haciendo para tomar.
Brother.
Like,
it was like, yeah, like at the end of the night, after having such like a successful event like that, and then having the results that we had, like just having bags full of school supplies and stuff like that, it was like, yo, I just got lit and we're making a difference at the same time. It was
best of both worlds.
It felt good. You know what I mean? Like, thankfully, bro, thank God. You know, it was good turnouts and good results. You know, and not, you know, I'm blessed for sure to say the least.
Man, that's good. That's great. So you definitely did it because I know you did a couple tequila takedowns. But
yeah, it was a progress just to get to tequila takedown, because tequila takedown was like the third or fourth function that we had done, but it took like 3 or 4 just to get to that caliber. Because at tequila takedown there was like 650 people there. You know, thankfully nobody got hurt, but someone could have definitely got
so definitely no. But I mean, you must have done it, man. I wish I would have came. I wish I would have. It was definitely during like those times where it's just like. I think I was probably like, I'm too cool.
It was pre-COVID.
It was pre-COVID. It was definitely pre-COVID.
So pre-COVID, it was like, you know, it was a little different. Like there was a little something different.
You know what's crazy?
You know how people talk about that 2016 year where everyone's summer was just amazing? That 2019 summer, it just hit a little different. You know? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what's crazy is when that COVID hit, bro, I felt on, you know, hard times. I was on unemployment. But I was a degenerate, dude.
Yeah.
I had a roommate at the time, and then obviously I lived with my girl. I would literally wake up some days. We would have like a bottle of Patron or something. We'd actually have tequila.
Yeah.
And like I told you, I don't really fuck with tequila, but we would actually have like a bottle of tequila.
With orange juice and grenadine?
I wouldn't even do all that, bro. I'd wait. Like I remember one specific day. It was during the week. I wasn't working at the time, you know. I woke up one day and like me serví un shot, and this was like, I'm not kidding you, like 10 a.m. in the morning. I was like, yo, I don't gotta work. It's COVID. Like I gotta stay safe inside. So I served myself a shot. I took it, and then I was like, you know, what would be better if I poured my girl a shot. Ran upstairs, and I was like, baby, you gotta take a shot with me. Literally, she's like, I feel like that's gonna get her in trouble.
At 10 a.m. she said,
bro,
let's do
10
it.
a.m. I was like, take the shot. Ran downstairs, woke my boy up. Yo, take a shot.
Back to back.
I was a hoodlum,
at
bro.
At 10:27 in the morning.
just no care in the world, bro. I was like, yo, COVID, I'm not working. I got to make something out of this.
Let's take these Patron shots real quick.
Pretty much, bro.
No, literally, bro.
But that's awesome. No, honestly, that, like I said, when I first heard of you, it was Tequila Takedown. You weren't making music at this time. It was just it was literally just some guy named Javi.
Literally.
Throwing parties.
And
the thing is, like, unless you kind of, like, really looked into it, all you would have thought it was like, oh, he's just throwing parties. But then... Like that's when I think I saw a post. I can't remember if it was Twitter at the time or where, and I saw that you all were doing this to fundraise, and I was like, yo, this is amazing.
Yeah,
like you can't even judge a person for doing nothing like this.
And I always wanted it to be that. Like I always wanted it to be something. The biggest thing I would always say, and I still say this to this day, like with my brand now and everything, is like I've always wanted to be a part of something that was like bigger than me, like bigger than myself, like bigger than like. Me as a person, when I want people to think about me, it's like I don't want people to think about, oh, that's Javi, this and that and third. Like I want Javi to be like part of something else. You know what I mean? And it's just
like you wanted to be outside from just
exactly
partying.
And I never wanted it. Like I obviously, like with parties and stuff like that, even to this day, it's like people have a good time. I can provide that space and that type of ambiance and ese ambiente. But at the same time, it was like I want to be a part of like a memory for someone. You know what I mean? I want to be a part of someone's like. You remember that one time when? And it's like, oh yeah, where were we?
When they bring you up into conversation, it's just like they don't even know you personally. It's just like, yo, we were in that joint with Javi.
Exactly. You know, it's just like, you know, something like an experience.
Memorable.
Exactly, bro. That's what I always wanted to do. That's what I always strive for. Something like that. You know. So
you recently did like a fundraising thing, didn't you? Like you raised. If I'm not mistaken, or am I mistaken?
Recently, yeah. I did Sax. So Sax is a big club in DC, and actually I do this every single Christmas. Since then, I've done toy drives, and so every single Christmas I do toy drive parties where like it's a party, but at the same time people just bring donations for Christmas, and then I just go and donate them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. So last year I donated them to like a local church. This year, I was able to donate to St. Jude's Hospital in D.C. It was super dope. Like I just had like a whole car full of toys.
Bro,
like
it's
my
just-
passenger,
it's
the back seat.
rewarding, bro.
Yeah, for me, it's just like, it's like, well, I have this like platform, and like, why not do something with it? So I've always had that idea in my head where it's like, well, if I have this, I might as well use it for something.
No,
So,
gente, man.
yeah, man, it's just
See, I knew it, that's what I'm saying. Like when I first like saw you again, because like I knew it. Like I said, I knew about you. Never followed you on any social media, not for any like bad reasons. Just just never did. And then like I don't know, I can't even tell you how I even stumbled upon your profile or what.
Literally.
But it was like it was your music.
Super random.
Yeah, it was your music though, and I was like, I heard a song, turned out you were on it, and I was like, yo, I don't think it's the same guy.
This has been working, bro.
I was like, I don't think it's the same guy,
It's
bro.
been working for a long time.
Ran to your profile, and I think this was still early on, and the fact that you were like early on, you were making good music.
Yeah, love.
That was like that. Like I legit, that was like me. In general, to make music in general, it respect because it's not easy.
It's not.
You can't just write a couple lyrics and be like, yo, step in this dude.
It took me a long time to understand that too. It was like a lot, and at the same time, it takes a lot to just have the courage to keep trying to develop yourself. You know what I mean? Like from when I started making music, 2019. Like if right now I hear myself back then, it's like you're gonna have to work really hard. You know what I mean? And if back then if I heard that, like I don't know if I'd be convinced to like keep going.
Oh really?
But at the same time, it's like it was just my passion, so it's like I just kept going.
They say that the hardest critic is yourself.
Literally, 100%. Like for the amount of songs that I have right now in the vault, and the amount of songs that I have out, it's just you can't even compare.
Bro, but how did that even start? Honestly, like the whole music thing, like to me, obviously, because like I didn't follow you, right?
Yeah.
So to me, it was like, okay, this dude that used to do Tequila Takedown now suddenly makes music. Like, how did that even?
So it started like honestly way before that. I've always done music. I know it's like a really cliche answer, like, oh yeah, I've always done music all my life, this and that. And that. Recording music, I didn't record music until the summer of Tequila Takedown. But in music, I played the trombone for like 10 years.
The trombone,
so random.
You don't look like a trombone,
bro. I know, bro. I'm like that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like that. Like I went to Puerto Rico on tour with a band from college, like playing the trombone.
That's
like,
crazy.
All expenses paid, just trombone. Yeah.
So you're telling me if I gave you a trombone right now,
bro, I'll play like a Transformer song right now. I'm
gonna get the trombone. Say not like, could you imagine?
Bro, I fucks it up right now. I promise you, bro. I promise you. With the trombone, I'm
that's great. Honestly, that's kind of like that's like that's not like a regular instrument.
It's not just like an everyday thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I also like in high school, I taught myself how to play guitar, and I had like a page where it was just like I was just like doing covers. And it was like kind of embarrassing, but like as a 16, 17-year-old, you're playing soccer and stuff.
No, there was definitely a time like on YouTube, you'd go on there to look at covers.
Literally.
Like
literally. Sweater weather. Bro. All I am is a man. Stop playing, bro.
About to fuck it up right now.
Dead ass, I promise you. But
got the world
in my head.
Hey, yo. Stop playing, yo.
But yeah, man, that summer, there was this dude I know. Shout out to Lagos, Leo. His name is Kapuya on social media. And he's just like a producer. And he was just like, yeah, bro, I've always made beats, da-da-da-da. And I've known him forever because I played soccer with him and stuff. And I was like, yo, bro, I'll pull up to the studio. He was like, stop playing. No, you won't. I was like, I'm on my way. And so I still have like the first recording that I did. Terrible.
You're like, that shit will never see the light of day.
That shit is embarrassing, bro. Like, that shit was not. And mind you, at this point, like, I'm already 21. So it's not like I'm like a young kid or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not like a 16, 17-year-old trying to record. I'm 21 years old. You know what I mean? Like, I can get into clubs with my ID. No X's. No X's, bro. And so from there, like, I just really, like, I just fell in love with recording and just making music. And so after my parties, got a little bit of motion. I started working with some people from DC, Anna Mays and Mark Henry, and then they were the first people to actually record me on like an actual program for recording, Pro
That's
Tools.
crazy.
Yep.
Shout out Animaze, actually.
Yeah.
I know about her.
Yeah, and
I think she lives in Texas now, no?
she
Or am I wrong?
was living in Texas and she moved back not too long ago. So yeah, big shout out to Animaze.
Yo, gotta get in touch with her.
Yeah, I'll give my flowers where it's due. Shout out to Animaze. Shout out to Mark Henry for taking the time. I remember like the first song we made. I promise you, bro, it took like 6 hours to write it, to produce it, like to just do the whole process of making it. It took like 6 hours.
And they were there with you throughout the
They
entire.
were with me the entire time.
Damn.
They
That's
like
crazy.
in the way that they approached the situation too. They were like, they sat me down. They were like, so like, what kind of music do you like? What do you like? Like, what do you want to make? What do you have envisioned for yourself? How was your day? This and that.
How was your
literally getting the vibe from
Damn.
me? Yeah. And then Mark Henry, he's a producer, and Animaze is a singer songwriter. And he was like, all right, bet. He just put on his headphones, just started making the beats for like 2-3 hours. And Amaze and I were just starting to write a song, and then from there, like recording the song took like another 4 hours. I promise you, I got there like at 10. I didn't leave until like 5 in the morning.
Was it a little bit nerve wracking? Because it's like
Yeah.
people that you know, but it's like
No, yeah, but in a professional setting like that, how they
Yeah.
do it, they do that. Because mind you, Mark Henry is not just a producer. Like, you feel me? Mark Henry is. Have you ever heard that song? Round of applause, shorty, make that ass clap.
hey,
That's
yeah.
Mark Henry.
No way.
Yes, Mark Henry. Big shout out to Mark Henry.
Yo.
One of the very first to ever believe in me and stuff. Like that's who really was like, yo, like, how was your day? Talk to me. And just off the vibe, I have never felt that or experienced to that point. It was like, talk to me. And just off of talking to me, it was like, all right, let me make you a beat. And then that's the song that we put out.
No, es que la verdad, like when somebody's just genuine with you,
Exactly.
that goes a long way.
Such a long
Like
way.
it's different from like, you know, just doing business with somebody.
Literally.
Like, I mean, let's take this for example. Like, you would have walked in here and I would have been like, all right, let's get started.
Yep.
Like, it would have just, the
I'm like,
vibes would have been
okay,
off.
Yeah. But no, we sat there, we talked for a while, had some drinks, just talked and shared some, some memories and some
The
stories.
thing is,
It's
like,
just
I think that's one thing that I had to learn is like, it's very crucial. You have to like, and I know it's so cringy to say like the vibes got to be there, but like the
They have to
vibes
be.
have to be
they
there.
literally have to be there.
Like-
and that's with anything.
Exactly. Sometimes they're just automatically there, and sometimes you just kind of gotta like ease up into it. But it has to be there. Nobody wants to like do anything.
That they don't enjoy genuinely, you know what
Exactly.
I mean? So,
Imagine if you would have gone to that studio and it was just
let's get to recording.
yeah. Like, what do you mean you don't have anything done or anything like
You
that?
don't have
Like,
anything ready? Like what?
It
Here's
would've
a
been-
beat.
it would have been crazy though.
It would have been a
But
completely
it's-
different thing.
But it's awesome to know that there's people out there in that music industry that
Yep.
are able to take you in and be like,
Mm-hmm.
come here.
Not everyone's like that.
Come
I
here.
promise
Vente,
you.
vente pa acá.
You know, definitely a blessed, because at that time I had only like recorded on the software that my friend had, and it was in his, not to knock him, but it was like in his bedroom. It was in like a professional setting like that. So it was like I had never recorded on something where it was like, this is the industry standard. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this take was good, do it again.
Yeah.
That take was okay, do it again. This is the one, do it one more time. Because they do this every day. They live, breathe, eat, sleep music.
Yeah, there's a process to it.
Mhm.
It's not
100%.
just getting in there, getting the fuck out.
Yep. It takes a long time, and me as a first time recording with someone at that standard and for what they were looking for, it was a process for me. It wasn't easy for me. It took a long time too to get to where I'm at right now. I'll tell you that for sure. 100%.
I mean, it shows, man.
Hours.
It honestly, and no sport ahí, I'm giving you your flag, bro. You can tell.
Thank
You can
bro.
tell you've done your best, and you got hella potential. I know that
Love,
this
bro,
isn't
love.
this isn't just like I must.
Like this, I feel like right now is the first time in my life where I can be like, yeah, right now, like I'm only scratching the surface. You know what I mean? What I've given people in the last year, 2, 3 years is like, it's nothing compared to me right now. Because now it's like, I'm in the game. I've been recording. I've been putting the time in. And now I'm here. I have years worth of work, and I'm here, and I'm ready to make waves and to make statements. You know what I mean?
We love that, man.
And it's the first time this is the first time in my life where I have that confidence where I like, you know what? I have put the work in.
Bro, it shows.
And I'm ready,
You know what's crazy is I tuned into that one live that you recently did.
Yeah, a couple weeks. Yeah, it was like 2-3 weeks ago. Yeah.
It was a Thursday night. I remember the day. I don't remember the exact dates, but I remember that it was a Thursday night. And funny thing is, I was heading to the gym. Like, I saw you were live. I was still at home. I was still like kind of just chilling before I left.
Yeah.
And the live was going so good. I was like, I gotta keep the shit on. So I had the shit on throughout. But it's like normally what I ask, any music artist that I have on is, when did you take music serious? But you did mention, I think, on that live that you feel like there were times where you thought you took music serious, but you feel like now you're really putting in that work to hone your craft.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily that you didn't care in the past, but it just feels like now you're just...
It's like, you're
really dialing in. I'm
in that headspace now where I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I've been working so hard. It's like, well, now is the time to show people, like why and for what. It's like, it's at the time when I started, it's because I did it. I liked it. I loved it. And so I fell in love with making music. And I feel like for a while I was trying to like perfect that sound and just record just because I like to record and just get my sound out and just work. And unconsciously I was definitely working on developing my sound. But now it's like, it's a completely different story. Like I know what I sound like now. I know what's half-assed. I know how to push myself. I know how to record. I know what's a bad take, what's a good take. I know what I need to work on. I know, like, right now I write songs quicker than ever. I've never had that luxury in my life.
Yeah.
But, after so many years of doing it and after so, like, much consistency, this is the first time where I'm like, okay, well, let's do this. This would sound better here. This is tough. This is not tough. This is okay. That's ass. Literally.
You know how to maneuver now in that, I know how to space.
Move. Yeah, like, thankfully, I know
where
how to
it's
move,
like, if you went to a random studio, like, there would be no doubt in your mind. Even if it's random people, it's just like,
you ever seen that? You ever seen? Sorry to cut you off. You ever seen that Denzel Curry? I know it's not Denzel, just Denzel Washington. The meme. He's like, I'm leaving here with something. I'm from around the way. I'm from around the way. I'm leaving here with something. I promise you, bro. Every time I go to step in the studio, I go in there with that mindset, like, I'm leaving here with something,
bro. Yeah, that's that grind mentality. That's the thing.
I'm from around the way. I'm leaving here with something, bro. I promise you, bro.
That's that grind mentality. Yeah. When you hit that, you're in the zone.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
exactly,
bro. Like, I'm here. I'm gonna do the fuck what I gotta do, and I'm gonna leave. And I'm gonna leave, and I'm gonna take that.
Yep,
dude. No, I'm telling you, like.
Yep.
I didn't want to bring this up till like later, but I think I do got to bring it up. There was, I can't remember what his like social media name is, but I think maybe that's possibly kind of where I found you. Like, again, is el Chino, el
coreano loco.
Coreano loco.
Yes, that is that.
Bro,
I remember it was
that
something.
has to be
it was
that.
something. Yeah, el coreano loco. Shout out to el coreano loco. Tommy seen me. Shout out to el coreano loco for showing me love. 100%. I've had 2 reactions from him. And for those who don't know, el coreano loco is a big YouTuber who just reacts to music. So
honestly, he's like an official music critic,
literally,
because the crazy thing is, like, not to knock anybody that's been criticized by him, and maybe he doesn't necessarily love your song, but like, he knows what's hot and he knows what's not.
He's
like,
honest,
bro. He's on. That's what I loved about him.
He's so honest.
Because like, when I stumbled upon his page, that was before I saw you. I think that's what it was. It had to be that, because like, I stumbled upon his page on TikTok.
Yeah.
And he was just like reviewing music, and the thing is, like, his thing is the fact that the dude looks Asian.
He's Asian, bro. He is not. He's
not even.
He's literally Korean, bro. I have no idea if I don't know the background to it, but his like accent is so Puerto Rican.
Oh,
it's literally acho,
bro.
Cabrón,
He's
yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's
you
not a joke.
You could have told me he was born, and I would have believed you.
I promise, yeah. But that's the one thing him and I share in common, bro. I look Asian.
Oh,
no, too, bro. no.
You know what's crazy? It's like, that's kind of like the obvious thing that I didn't want to mention.
Yep.
But like, it's obvious, bro. You know what's crazy? It's like What's funny is like obviamente like I follow you on IG. I see your pictures. You yourself like lo miré en fotos, and I was like, like he really looks Asian. Like the thing is like me, I get the one like outlandish thing, and I don't see it, but I get it so many times. It's like I look Samoan.
I can see it. You just need the tribal tats, bro.
Tribal tattoo. But I literally I went out to eat, and some the waiter was like, "Oh, are you Samoan?" And I was like, "No, I'm not." I wanted to take offense. I wanted to take offense so bad, but sometimes you kind of just like gotta bite the bullet.
He said, "I kind of do look like Aquaman." Huh?
I kind of do look like I'm not built like him, but like I'm dark. I'm dark enough.
No, literally, I've gotten everything, bro. I've gotten Samoan too. I've gotten Japanese. I've gotten Korean. I've gotten Chinese. I've gotten everything, dude. The biggest thing,
Son los ojos, way.
Philippines, bro. I'm Filipino. High key.
Honestly, at this point, whoever follows you, like that's new. You just gotta run with it. Like, yeah, I am.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm an
I'm an
Asian that makes reggaeton music.
There was this one like a situation that I had where like there was a couple girls like, "Oh, where are you from?" I just started telling them the sob story. Like, yeah, I'm actually from Japan. My parents are Christian, and they went on a missionary trip, and there was a baby at their front doorstep, and they just brought me home with them, and they adopted me. When they're over here borderline crying, I'm like, just kidding. I'm from El Salvador.
That's crazy, dude. I have to ask. And does anybody in your family look Asian?
My grandpa looks Asian.
Your grandpa, but like none of your immediate like.
No, like if you put a picture with my mom, my dad, my sisters, and I, you wouldn't be able to tell. Like, there's no way. Yeah, I promise. Yeah, I look adopted. I promise you, bro. I look nothing like my family.
No te están mintiendo.
You know what, bro? I promise you. You want to laugh at me some more? In high school, people would ask me that all the time, and so like one of the biggest things was like, "Yo, bro, your mailman's not Asian." I'm like, yo,
that's that. Hey, eso no iba a decir yo. That's a wild thing to say. Bro. That's a wild thing to say.
I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. Listen, well. We're closing up into break time.
Yeah.
Got to take a break. I think I got to use the restroom, man. We've been drinking quite a lot.
A little bit. Chilling.
But I'm ready to keep drinking.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it.
All right. We'll be right back after this little commercial break, if you will.
Mami, te ves linda, te ves guay, dale baby, pégate para lo que hay.
Why? Because they go with like black. They go with plain shirts.
They just go with everything.
Everything.
Minimal.
Exactly. Oh, word.
Oh, you're hit?
Oh, word.
Minimal?
No, yeah, I thought you were just saying it, but no.
No.
I'm
Minimal.
already knowing. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Minimal.
These.
Hell yeah.
I just got a same pair, like just like this, all black though.
Fire.
I don't know what these do.
I don't know either,
but I love them.
They go.
Like I don't.
Yep. I'm already knowing. I have ones that are like strapped here. I don't know what the purpose is from. They look fire.
But they're fire.
They just fit.
The fit just be on point. Damn. Let me jog my memory.
Yeah,
what I was gonna ask you, man.
Let's do it.
One thing. So I took a super deep dive into your IG, but it seems like you like cleaned the house.
I did a couple times.
Yeah. Where you're like, I gotta delete this. Gotta delete this.
I don't even delete it. I archive it.
Oh, you archive
it. That way, if I want to bring it back, it's just, yeah.
You're smart.
But recently, I brought like a lot of things back though, like just so people can look at my profile and be like, oh, this is where he started. That was the process. This was last year. This is today.
I'm not smart. I delete my shit.
No.
That's bad.
No, I can't do that. Can't even do it.
I'm gonna have to start archiving this stuff. But I saw a post. You were on a radio show.
Yes, 93.9.
I didn't see the entire like segment of it. I just saw that you were on it.
Yep.
It was a DC radio show.
Yep.
I think there's two stations.
90. There are like
97.3 and then 90.
There are like three in DC. There are three: 99.5, 95.5, and 93.9. WKYS 93.9. That's what it was.
Puta.
Yep. Yes, sir. This was I want to say going on 5 years ago. Yeah, with Anna Mays. and Mark Henry. They knew a guy in there, and they brought me to the studio with them, and it was 93.9. Yeah, I was in the studios and everything like that. It was dope. Super fire experience.
How'd that feel?
At that time?
Yeah, man.
At the time, it was amazing. At the time, it was like and at the time, I was 21, freshly like doing music and stuff like that, and I had never been exposed to things that I had exposure to growing up, like radio stations, like TV shows. It was all more like, oh yeah, this is something that I see as more like a, the entertainment. It was never like, I never seen myself there.
Like, nunca lo voy a hacer.
Never in a million years.
Yeah, and like obviously it's not a big platform like this.
Exactly. It wasn't Todo Tranquilo, but it was 93.9, and I was there, and it was so crazy because
but that shit's crazy.
I never
dude.
knew where it was until we went there, and I was like, I'm here all the time. It was. You ever been to downtown Silver Spring in Maryland? They have like some. They have
actually,
some.
you know what's crazy? I'm rarely in Maryland. You know what? Actually, a humble plug. The only time I've ever in Maryland is to go see my friends. They have a shop, but it's like,
Where's the shop?
but antojos. Is that what you call it? Like antojos, antojitos.
Antojitos.
It's Mel, my friend Mel's and Jesse. They have a shop where they have like elotes locos,
Oh, word.
esquites.
Where's that at?
Maryland.
No, what city? I need to know. Silver
I
Spring?
think it's near Silver
Silver
Spring,
Spring?
but it's Sweet Block.
I'm active.
It's called
I'm
Sweet
there.
Block.
I love
Bro.
esquites.
Because you just said
Con queso
you
y crema.
came from Maryland,
Yes, sir.
bro. They fire stuff.
For real.
They have dulces enchilados,
Word.
where it's like
It's like that.
it's like that, bro.
Oh, word.
It's like that, bro. I'm putting you on right now. The thing is, like,
I'm there.
I wouldn't have even thought about bringing it up until you said Maryland.
No, yeah. Heck
Like
yeah.
it just clicked. But
I was living in Maryland for like 3 years, and then I went back recently, and I love Maryland.
Maryland's dope.
It's crazy because I feel like Maryland loves me more than Virginia loves me. I'm not gonna lie.
Here's a hot
not gonna
topic.
lie.
Here's a hot topic. How to pick. I'm in the hot seat right now because
listening.
what I'm about to say.
Yeah, hold on, I'm listening.
Yo, I'm gonna say it because it's the truth. Virginia.
Say it. I already know what you're gonna say.
Bro,
Say it.
The people here can be very judgmental and hateful
Yep.
for no reason,
For no reason.
bro. For no reason.
Yep.
And like you go somewhere else, or
And they just
You
give
ex-
you your flowers, bro. They
and it
respect
feels,
you.
and it's like, why the fuck?
And I understand why though. I feel like it's because when someone sees you like and you grow up with those people, in a sense they're looking at you and in the most respectful way. They try to like, or not try, but they unconsciously compare themselves to you. And I've noticed that. And it's because it's like, okay, well, he's doing that. Where am I? You know what I mean? And I feel it, and I feel like sometimes, people get envious and things like that. And I felt that I felt that energy in this area a lot.
Like it's a regular human interaction, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. And some people give you that like energy that where it's like it's kind of negative. It's like they give you something and they think something else otherwise. But at the end of the day, you feel me? It's just like I'm just trying to do my best.
I'm just out here trying to like.
I'm just doing my best, brother. You feel me?
You know what's crazy, bro? Like we put recording on everything, and I completely forgot to put the timer.
Well, we're starting now then.
¿Sabes por qué? It's because the vibes, bro.
I'm just here.
The fucking vibes.
That means we got to take a shot. I'm lying.
Yeah.
I'm lying.
He's not. Let me put.
I'm not.
Let me put the start on this stopwatch, and it's shot time.
Let's get it.
Guess what time it is?
11:30.
Shot time.
I'm down. What time is it actually though?
Shot time.
You right?
Actually,
No, you got it. You got it. No, it's shot time.
¿qué horas son? Las horas de mi corazón. Have you heard that before?
Yeah.
My older brother used to say that shit all the time to me. Dude, no,
It wasn't as good as the
no
last time,
way.
but The entire, you know what's crazy? We'd really just punished the bottle just in between the two of us, because they have not taken not one shot. She said, "Yeah, he's staying here, and I'm driving him, so I guess." Yeah.
All right. Shout out Don Julio.
Reposado. Cheers.
To think I almost got 818. Disgusting. Oh, so good.
Oh no.
Delicioso.
The first two were good. That one hurt. I'm not even gonna lie.
The beginning ones didn't.
Yeah, no.
We'll cut that in post. Cut that in post.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Todo tranquilo.
Dude, todo tranquilo.
Todo tranquilo. Todo
Yo.
tranquilo.
I gotta say, man, you look fresh as fuck.
Bro, you look better.
Dude, the racing jacket, the hat, the flare pants.
Bro, wear your pants.
Stop.
Why don't you have pants on?
I don't even have. They're invisible,
I can see. Brother.
bro.
Fit going crazy. Shout out to LA. Shirt go crazy.
Shout out to LA.
Hug
Honestly,
your homies.
hug. Shout out Get a Rodeo.
Mm-hmm. Fire.
They probably are.
As soon as I walked in, I saw that you turn around to get some ice, and I was like, "What the?"
Hug your homies.
No, seriously.
You know what's crazy? We I don't want to put you out, but you mentioned that you did a little bit kind of suffer through some really harsh anxiety, man.
That's not putting me out. That's life. All day. Hug your homies.
How do
High
you-
key.
What's something that you've done that's kind of helped you out? I'm assuming that it's the music, but before that,
Does help me cope? Is that what you're asking?
yeah,
Brother, just taking it one day at a time. That's the mindset I kept for a long time. And it was until someone told me todo su tiempo that I started going with my brain on that. But it's always been the fact that, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I feel like, and this is me, but I know that it's a lot of people. It's easy to get overwhelmed. It's easy to get frustrated. It's easy to feel conflicted. And it's easy to feel like everything is going against you. But when you really take a step back and be like, okay, you know what? Like, I'm strong enough to take this on. That's when you really excel. That's when you really show your true colors in a sense where you show you how strong you are. And not to anybody else, but to yourself. You know what I mean? So that's where my brand comes from. Todo su tiempo is just like being patient, having faith that God has a bigger plan for you, and just keeping it going. You feel me? Fighting that. I think what is it? It's like a Bible verse. It says like it's just you got to keep fighting that race. You know what I mean? Just keep going.
you know what's crazy is usually I don't like talking about religion because I'm not a religious guy, and when I say that, I don't mean that I don't believe in God.
Yeah.
It's I don't believe in the social constructs
I hear you.
that come with believing God.
I agree.
Porque yo, te lo juro, every night before I go to bed, before I close my eyes and decide it's time to sleep, I pray.
Yeah.
I give him thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I tell him who I want him to watch over,
Yeah.
and then I go to sleep. Like, that's what I do every night.
You want to hear? And I'm sorry to interrupt.
No.
You want to hear
Dale.
something crazy? You know how I told you I went to college for 3 years? My college degree was in religion and like being a youth pastor. Plot twist. And that's because that was what my mission was. And I feel like that's reflected a lot as to like who I am as a person. Like, I'm not the most perfect person. I drink, I do parties and things like that. But at the same time, like at the end of the day, like I've always had that mission where it's like I have that vision where it's like, this is what I want to do.
Sabes que to me, this has always been my argument. Even, and then maybe I'm oversharing here for the public, but
Yeah.
my thing has always been it doesn't matter whether you go to church or not, whether you read the Bible or not.
I hear you.
If you have a connection with God, that's your connection to God.
Let me tell you right now.
And like, nobody has a right to take that
it
shit
has
away from you,
nothing
bro.
to do with anybody other than yourself.
And the man above, literally, That's why it's like when I drink, because the crazy thing is, there was a point in my life where I would go to church like willingly by myself.
Yeah.
And this was after I got my tattoos.
Yeah.
The first day I went in, and it was a church that I grew up in.
Yeah.
First day I went in, it was after I got all my tattoos. I went in, and it literally felt like everybody pretended to not know who I was.
For real.
It was hurtful, bro.
No, I hear it.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's tough because it's like the point of religion is the connection that you have with God. It's not what you do.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going to church. It's not reading. Like, unfortunately, I know what's the normal things that people tell you. But it's the connection you have with God. It's whether you believe in Him or not. It's whether you have faith in Him or not.
Not to talk too much on the subject, but it's just like I feel like religion has a lot to do with how you view situations too. You know what I mean? Like if I can navigate a situation better with the way that my beliefs are, things become easier, and that's what I feel like I've navigated mine. And it's not because of who other people view me as, but because of what I believe in, and that has nothing to do with anybody else other than myself. And I feel like that just goes for everyone. You know what I mean? Like, I believe in God. I believe that I have faith. I believe that I have faith for a reason, and that's because of what I believe in. I'm not gonna push anything onto anybody because they don't believe it or don't believe it. It's more like because I have faith. You know what I mean? And that's okay. No, it's also okay to be discouraged. It's also okay to, like, you know, be as faithful or trustful in the process. You know what I mean? That's okay with wherever you are in life. You know what I mean? That's just me. And if anybody agrees with me or doesn't agree with me, that has nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? But that's just how I am. No, that's what I believe.
Te aceptan or no te aceptan?
Exactly. I'm gonna still be me regardless. I'm gonna still have faith regardless. You know what I mean? It's just
Es que así es, amigo.
it has to be. It has to be. You have to have that belief system sometimes, you know?
You do.
I'm
telling you.
You know why, though? You know why, though?
Dime.
Because sometimes it's like, it's very easy to be, it's very, more like, not to be, but just more like, it's very easy to be distracted, not distracted, but just be like, just lose faith.
Like going through the phases of life and not
100%.
being in touch with yourself.
100%. When you're not in touch with yourself, when you're not in touch with God, it's like, you know, you see yourself fall off in a sense, where not just fall off in general, but like you see yourself withering from who you are.
It's true.
And that's the worst. That's the worst thing.
That's
but
the
you
thing.
You know what the best part about that is? When you lose faith and when you fall off and you come back and you have those victories and you see how far you've come, that's when you really see, like, you know what? Like, that made sense. You know what I mean? Like, I had to go through that to get here. That's real facts. You know what I mean? Like, I had to go and struggle. I had to go comer mierda 3 times in a row, back to back to back, each month, each week, in order to be like, you know what? Like, I learned from this, and this, and this, and now I'm here, and that's why I'm here. Because if I hadn't gone through that, I wouldn't be where I'm at. And that's facts. Everything, bro. Everything. I promise
That's
you, bro.
great.
I feel like life is a process, and sometimes
Es que
you
la
really
verdadmente
you just have to enjoy the process.
es un proceso.
Sí,
This shit's,
claro.
bro,
La vida es un proceso.
what's the one thing they always say? At least I've always
Todo a
heard
su
it.
tiempo, that's what they say.
Hey, yo, todo a su tiempo.
Sí, claro.
Jeez, man. I knew you were gonna.
If there was
I
a
know you
really
were gonna
thing-
come on here, but I didn't know you were
bro.
gonna start spitting facts
brother,
like this.
Brother, I promise you, like, one thing about me is like I'm not easy on myself when it comes to the things that I've done wrong, but I know for a fact that there are things in my life that I've learned from. And so that's where, like, everything comes from. You know, all of my success, I owe it
Those
to
life lessons, man.
exactly. I owe it to the things that where things went wrong. That's where I learned from, and that's why I am the way I am. And that's why I am where I am. Facts.
Yo, drop the mic. Yo, it's not even time to end it yet. I'm over here like this man.
Everything,
Do you
bro.
know
If people didn't know about me, if the people didn't know about me then, like if anyone didn't know about me then and didn't know anything about me, that's something that I want people to know.
Ahorita lo van a reconocer.
Sí, claro,
Bro.
100%.
I'll be honest. I knew I was gonna fuck with you.
Yeah,
Pero cuando viniste aquí, like you start talking,
chilling,
like off camera type shit, bro. Like,
chilling.
Man, wow. Este hombre sí. Este
Claro.
hombre sí. Mira, no.
Cosa seria.
Yo, seriamente. En seriamente, brother.
It's the pants. As soon as I saw the pants, I was like, bro.
Stop.
I fuck with this too, bro.
This man's it.
This man is business.
Yo.
Hug your homies.
Yo.
Promise.
Es que en seriamente, like, you don't know who the heck is going through it, bro.
Yeah, literally.
Like, and that's
Literally.
that's kind of like a stigmatism that I've talked about it. I've touched on in my previous podcast. Like, it's like now it's kind of more socially acceptable for a man to talk about his feelings. Antes, hell no.
Not at all.
Tienes que trabajar y apagar esos biles porque los biles nunca paran. No hay tiempo para hablar de tus feelings, how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
There's no time for that.
Nah, bro. I'm too sensitive. I go through too many things to not talk about
You're
it.
telling me.
Promise you, bro.
Bro.
Promise you, bro. Being as transparent as I can, bro. I'm human just like everybody else. Literally. And that's what separates me from everybody. I'm not shy to talk about it. You feel me? I'm not just because of everything that I've done and everything that I am and everything that I've become. That doesn't mean that I'm not human. I'm just a guy trying to do his best.
El proceso.
Exactly.
Talking about processes.
Yeah.
Yo, what? Lighten the mood a little bit, yo. But if you've been here this long, like, just know we felt what you felt. We've gone through it and keep pushing through it.
100%.
Honestly.
Literally.
That's one message I'll leave that we're going to go from sadness to happiness. But that's one thing I will say because I'm a big advocate for you got to be in tune with your feelings. You really do.
You have to. One thing you have to really do is just recognize and be realistic with yourself and really just tell yourself to slow down. You know what 100%. I mean? Because especially when those times are coming through, it's like everything comes at you at one time, and that's when you really have to lock in and tell yourself, like, you know what? Are you ready for this? No free promo and not for nothing, but todo su tiempo.
Todo su tiempo.
¿Tú me entiendes? Literally. You know what else is part of my todo su tiempo brand? Lo mejor está por venir. Once you overcome those things, bro, I promise you, bro, like, lo mejor está por venir. It's like you had to go through that to get there. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm going to be preaching the whole podcast.
The storm.
I promise. To what?
To see
the... Mm-hmm.
Dale.
Heard you.
Yo.
Heard you. Yeah.
Yo.
Normality. Exactly. And once you understand that, it's like, I feel like once I really understood that to its full capacity, it's like I was able to go through those storms and really have a focus and really like ground myself into, like, you know what, like, just because I'm going through it doesn't mean that I'm not going to get through it. Heard you.
Heard that.
Because when I get through it, bro, trust, I learned from it. Yeah.
Yeah. Mira,
yeah.
Mira, hace con la boca callada.
Yeah.
One thing I have to ask you, man.
Damn it.
What's the process been like for you when you make music compared to in the beginning when you first did it with Animes and Henry? What's it like now? Listen, like, is it different or is it similar?
Listen, I look in the camera and say this with all my whole heart and everything that I have to say for me. I owe everything that I have and everything that I am to Max, and that's my engineer, my manager, a good close friend of mine. That man, let me tell you a story. There was a time where I had lived into a townhouse. I had moved into a townhouse, and this man came. I had posted like a picture of me trying to record myself, and this man came in and he was like, "Yo, like, let me know if you ever need help." I was like, "Yo, what'd you do on Tuesday?" You feel me? This was a Saturday or
need it
Sunday.
now.
I need it. What you doing on Tuesday, cabrón? ¿Tú me entiendes? And he was like, yo, whatever you want. Like, I'll pull up. I said, no problem, brother. I was trying to get into my room to my computer when he came over and I was trying to get in and everything. I promise you, bro, I cannot make this up. You could ask my Max yourself, my engineer, my manager, my everything. I knocked my fucking door down for this man and I to get into my room. The door had been locked. I had just moved into this townhouse. This townhouse was owned by my family and everything. I was like, yo, ma, da da da. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna be there tomorrow. I was like, I don't have tomorrow. Blagata. I promise you, bro.
Lo necesito ahorita.
I need it now. I knocked my fucking door. My door to my personal room was messed up for like months. Where like you could close it, but you couldn't lock it. You know what I mean? And so Mad Max literally saw me break open a door with my foot and came in and we started recording. And then after like 5-6 hours of recording, I was like, yo, and this is me telling you a story personally, you feel me? I was like, yo, how much do I owe you? I have 150. How can I pay you over the course of like a couple weeks because I don't have too much money? This man looked at me in my eyes and was like, yo, I'm not gonna record. I'm not gonna charge you. That's something I want to talk to you about. I'm not gonna charge you. I just want to let you know, person to person, I would love to work with you. And the only thing I ask of you is if you work hard, I would love to work with you. Looked at me in my eyes and said that, and I promise you, me to you, man to man, as a person, I started crying my eyes out.
Bro.
Because no one had ever believed in me like that. Besides Mad Max. That's why I'm saying shout out to Mad Max. Shout out to
Listen.
You feel me?
I'm gonna do a humble plug here.
Yeah.
But like shout out to the managers.
I promise you.
The artist managers.
Yeah.
Because the interview isn't out yet. The interview we may be talking in the future here. We may be talking in the past. But I did a podcast with Jordan Spady. You know him.
The managers are like that. The managers are it.
Bro. And that's one thing that he told me because like people can be ignorant. People don't know. People do not know what managers have to do. Managers have to wear whichever hat is needed at that time.
If there's a word that I can use to describe managers, it's sacrifice.
Bro.
Sacrifice, bro.
They will, and the thing is like they will make it happen.
Sacrifice,
so
bro.
That's the thing is like the fact that without necessarily knowing about you and you asking him like, yo, can you be here at this time? And he was like,
I'll be there.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I'll be there.
And mind you,
that's managers.
Mind you, this situation, when I told you the first when we were there and I knocked this door down, he didn't know me.
That was all off a whim.
I promise you, he had worked with me one time before. And off of that, he was like, yo, if you ever need my help, let me know. And I said, this is the time, this is the date. I did that. And he said, you know what? Let's work. He said, when he told me that day, he was like, yo, let's work. The only thing I asked for you, like I have no problem recording you. I have no problem working with you. Just come once a week. If there's only one thing that I have to ask of you, it's for you to keep working hard. And I promise you, I cry like a baby. I gave this man a hug and I said, yo, brother, you don't understand. Because to that point, I had been working in music for 2 years. I had to work with Animes and Mark Henry. And then after that, there was like a year and a half that I wasn't working with them. And at the same time, I was still trying to pursue music. And I was investing every single week. I was getting paid weekly. Part of my weekly check going straight to studio time. I didn't know how to record myself. I didn't have a laptop. I was going straight to studio time. So it was like I made those sacrifices. Like, you know what? Like I have bills to pay. You know what was bigger than that? My ambition. Like I need that. I need my studio time. I need to make sure that I'm in the studio. I need to make sure that I'm working. And that was me 2-3 years ago, before anybody believed in me, before anybody understood me, before anybody knew who I was. Like I believed in myself. And it's not easy to do that. I say that right now.
It's not, man.
And I'll look at the camera, I'll look at you, and I'll tell you right now, it is not an easy thing to do that. I promise you, in that time, my mom would look at me and be like, yo, like, you need to stop wasting your money.
¿Qué vas a hacer con tu vida?
It wasn't even that. It was, you need to stop wasting your money on studio time. To this day, like now, right now, if I could say something real personal, my mom looks at me, right? I look at the camera, my mom looks at me today and is like, yo, I buy every single song that you put out. My mom doesn't have
Shout
an
out
Apple
Mom
Music.
Dukes,
My
though.
mom doesn't have an Apple Music. You feel me? Subscription. My mom buys my music. So it's like when she told me that, and that's the whole different other story. But that's when she told me that, I was like, yeah, I'm doing something right.
Hell yeah.
I promise you. Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I wanted to ask you, crazy thing that you bring that up, because I don't know if it is your mom, but I don't know if it's your EP or just something like you kind of just dropped just to do it. But there's on your
song.
Spotify discography.
Yeah. The first song. The first thing you hear when you hear my EP.
The intro.
Yeah.
That's your mom's?
That is my grandma from my dad's
That's
side.
your grandma. Okay, that's what I assumed.
That's my grandma from my dad's side.
Bro.
When
I know that was emotional.
Brother, let me tell you like this, like growing up, that's brother, hold on. that's real. That's that for you to call that out is like no one's ever really asked me about it too much like that in something public like this, but it's my grandma from my dad's side, and she's blind now. And like before she was blind, she sent me that because she was living in El Salvador, and because she became blind, she had to come over here. And she sent me that when she was over there, and it was just a thing where like as soon as I heard it for the first time, I was like, I need this to be in my project. And now I talk to her now, and she's just. Unfortunately, she's still blind and stuff like that, and she's getting older and things like that. But those are one of my biggest inspirations. Where it's like that's why I do it. Like this is why I work so hard. This is why like I do the things that I do. This is why I sacrifice my social life, or this is why like I sacrifice my sleep, and this is why I work so hard for myself because I know where I come from. You know what I mean? And she's one of my biggest inspirations. Feel me? So.
Mira, ahí se nota.
Claro.
Bro, in that intro.
Shout out to Mami Silvia.
Yo.
She said.
In that intro,
claro,
bro.
Sí.
The thing is like, you can tell, man, the thing is like, you can tell.
Yeah.
You can tell when people from the country, they're talking to you, they miss you.
This project came out like last summer. I want to say August, September 2023. She had sent me that in 2021. Before she was blind. Yeah, literal. That's real. That's real talk. Like before she was blind, before anything, I heard that and it just like made my heart feel a type of way. And I always knew like, you know what? Yeah, at the time I was making music, it was like, you know what? If I ever come on with the project, this is how I want it to start.
This is it.
Or this is how I want it to finish.
I listen. Like I said.
Yeah. Yo, for you to bring that up too, it is bro, crazy, just, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, I like to you to bring that up is crazy, dog. For real.
I like to do my research, but it's more than that.
Love.
Listen, it's more than that, brother. Listen.
Cheers.
Mira.
That's love. That's love. Promise, that's love.
It's because it's more than that, bro. Listen. Especially when I'm having somebody that, obviamente, we're from different. Someone's from different places. Somos hispanos, obviamente. But like we're from different places. But it's like when you're Latino, you can resonate with other people that are Latino.
100%.
So when I heard your grandma on that intro, it just like it immediately you think about your grandma.
Exact. And you know what's crazy? I love that you say that because you're not the first to say that. And I love that that's a reaction that I wasn't expecting. I never thought of. And I got that reaction because I understood why I got that reaction.
It touches people because a lot of us, we don't have our grandmas here.
Yep.
Están en El Salvador, están en Mexico, están en Guatemala, Honduras. When they say it, like that, they're still there.
Yep.
And when it's crazy. It's like that love you get from your grandma.
It's not, you can't compare it to anything else.
Because it's just, because you don't even know, some of them, you don't even know them in person.
Yep.
It's all by voice.
Literal.
And the crazy thing is the reason why it hit me so hard is because I've been one person. I don't like to talk about my personal life, especially on my own podcast.
On the podcast.
But like
on the Todo Tranquilo podcast, Todo Tranqui.
Todo Tranqui. Listen, I don't like to talk too much about my personal life, but when it comes to my personal life, there's people, from Guatemala que yo no conozco. Like, I know them and they know me.
Yeah.
pero no los conozco.
Yeah.
And as much as I want, unfortunately, there's no love there.
Yeah, 100%.
Except for my grandma.
Literally.
Like I have
Literally.
I met my grandma one time when I was a child and I was too young to remember.
Exactly.
But when you hear their voice,
It's just
over the voice, like over,
just-
like you just
it just hits different.
And you
bro.
know what's funny is it's always the same thing. You go into the living room. It's always the same thing. Siempre igual.
Every time.
Siempre. I'm not gonna bring it up, but like it's always the same thing. It's always the same thing. You go into the living room. You catch your mom on your phone. Acá, toma. Te quiere decir hola tu abuela.
And you just grab
And then-
off
but
guard,
off
bro.
guard, and
off
then
guard.
you
hola, hola. ¿Cómo estás?
But your
¿Todo bien?
initial reaction is either one of the two. It's either ahorita or it's like. But the minute you get on the phone, it's completely different. It's
Yep.
¿Cómo está?
Todo
Y
bien.
se está cuidando.
Trabajando,
ya saben.
Sí, claro. Yep.
¿Se está cuidando?
Sí, siempre.
¿Cómo está?
Knowing damn well you hungover as fuck. Yo, everything. I promise you, bro. No,
I
no
wish
bullshit.
I was rich because when you're not, you start making empty promises.
Yep.
I've said this more than once. Hola, abuelita. ¿Cómo está? Sí, no, es que ya la voy a tener acá.
Sí.
Ya, yo estoy trabajando.
2 meses.
Bro, I didn't realize how expensive it is to actually get.
Stupid, bro.
I hate
Stupid.
this shit.
You know why though? Because they come with. They don't just come themselves. It's not just them, bro. It comes with 3 maletas de con queso y con esto y con lo otro y y te trae pollo campero. I promise you, bro. Every time, bro.
Pollo campero.
Stop playing, bro. Grandmas.
Yo.
If there's one thing that grandmas don't do is they don't play, bro.
Pollo campero.
Sí, claro. With the ketchup from pollo campero, literally. Literal. Yeah.
Listen, I'll fuck up some pollo campero from here,
Brother, stop playing.
but it's not the same.
At all.
But I still fuck it up. I still fuck
100%.
regardless because
Yeah.
it's like it's dope to know that you have it here.
Yeah. It's not the same, but yeah. I'll fuck it up.
But I'll fuck it up.
Yes,
I'll fuck it
sir.
up right now,
Right now. I'm hungry as fuck.
bro. Man, it has been. I'm not kidding when I say this. It's been such a complete pleasure to have you on. Like the thing is, like,
Love.
bro, when we spoke, we like. The thing is, I don't think like I gotta put this in perspective to the people.
Yeah.
We didn't exchange phone numbers until literally
Like
a
a
week
couple
ago.
weeks ago.
A week,
Yeah,
a
not
week
even that-
ago.
Not
1
even
week.
a couple weeks, like a week ago.
It's a couple days.
And not only that, it was more of like a thing where like we've been talking for months. Not even exaggerating since last year, since 2023. It's 2024 now, brother.
Because it's always
100%.
it's
And
always-
it is not even like December. It was like August, brother. It was not even August. It was like more like fucking.
You know what's crazy? I'll say this
Early
right now.
last
I'll
year.
say this right now. I don't want you to be humble about it. Say this right now. Cuando te mandé el mensaje, I was like, this motherfucker ain't gonna read it. This motherfucker get hella messages. No lo va a leer.
Love.
And then like you actually replied back. And like ever since then, I think that's why we did fuck with each other so much. It's
For
just
sure.
like that kind of like that foundation was kind of built a little bit.
100%.
It was just like, Javi, te estoy mirando. Te estoy escuchando tu música. I see what you're putting out. I fuck with it. And it's like, in turn, you were like, yo, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And that's the thing. It's like, there's a lot of people out there. Yo no te voy a mentir, no te voy a decir, hey, bro, your music saved me.
Thank you so much.
No,
Seriously,
pero
thank
hay
you.
gente allá, Javi. Hay gente que tal vez sí.
Yeah.
And that's the crazy thing. That's like where it's like you genuinely have to be humble. Where it's like you,
Yeah.
because no te fijas.
100%.
You don't know what your music is doing for people.
I feel like I haven't realized until this year.
Ah, va a venir este año, te prometo.
Literal.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
100%.
I appreciate y'all.
Todo tranqui.
Catch me on. Wow, it's been a while since I've done this, man. Catch
Do
me
one
on.
more time.
Catch me on Apple Music, YouTube, Spotify. Where can they find you?
They can find me on Apple Music, Spotify, Audio Mac, Amazon Music, todo lo que sea, YouTube, Javier Rodríguez, JVVI Rodríguez.
Dios mío.
Todo su tiempo, tú me entiendes. Big shout out to Todo Tranqui Podcast. You feel me? Not Todo Tranqui, Todo Tranquilo, tú me entiendes.
Dale.
Como siempre. Big shout out to, you know what I'm saying, big homie. Yeah.
You want to show out the sweater? Show out the sweater.
Yes, sir. You want me to? Big shout out to everything that I've been working on.
We speaking in the past right now. But
Todo a su tiempo, tú me entiendes. Para que vean los suéter.